yeah, it wasn't like a pressure thing. It's like as we were talking about before, it's like the golden handcuffs. Like that's where I was at. Like
Mm,
incre I couldn't like how many people get to live, in the mountains of Wales, somewhere where you love living and like earn good money and not have to leave the house? Like that's
mhm,
pretty good.
mhm,
But just I I couldn't see myself doing that forever.
mm,
Um, Much longer, really. Like I got into the job that I really wanted. Speaking French, earning good money, in a
mhm.
really interesting company and working remote. And yeah, it's just I just felt incomplete and unfulfilled. And I felt like it would just decline over time. My energy would just go down and I was being drained as well. So the handcuff element was in there.
Mm.
Um, so the outcome that I wanted, I guess, from the program why I came to you was
Because it's
to,
interesting because I remember I think I actually approached you on LinkedIn, right?
well, yeah, you came to me.
Yeah. So yeah, actually,
Exactly. But why I
were
said,
you
but
looking like actively for a coach, or it was more just as
no,
no, and but then
no,
I
no.
popped into your sphere.
I remember because you came to me initially, you came to me in like, I think it was the year before, like around just before Christmas time, I
Mm.
think. And
Oh, I
I
did?
was saying, yeah, yeah, you came to me. I'd seen you for a while.
Oh, you were watching me.
Yeah. I was like, who's
Oh,
this Susanna lady? What's she doing?
oh. Oh, did I do one of those like I connected with you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, yeah, it was like a mess your campaign where you
Oh,
send a
okay.
couple of
Yeah.
DMs and
Yeah.
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 And I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, she's a coach. Um, I didn't think about needing a coach. Um, and then obviously when I moved, I was like, oh, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, okay, what's this all about? Like, what's a life coach? Like, and also I resonated with obviously your message about like career. So like
Yeah.
taking the career to the next step. But I
Mm.
knew it was always going to be leaving corporate. Like it wasn't going to be like finding the next ideal job.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe I think I looked at your profile and I thought, oh, she's been in tech. She's a customer success manager as well. That's like me. Interesting. And then I saw that you did like, breath work and meditation, which I already loved the idea of. And I've already been doing like
Yeah.
semi-frequently. And I thought, oh, all right, let's give this a try. Let's do a call and see what's happening. Like it's all new, moved to Wales. Like let's do something new.
Mm. Fresh start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I saw like your program talking about limiting beliefs and just going through your video, your hook video. I was like,
Mm.
this is me, 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 me.
Mm.
So
Oh,
let's
and I
do this.
remember you were at the intersection where I had the old one and the
I
new
watched the
one.
old one and the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, which is really cool. And then so I think, my initial um obviously I was like on the call with you, like I was like, yes, let's do it. Like no hesitation, let's go. Didn't even care about the costs or anything. I was like, I'm ready to invest in myself. And I think, yeah, that's why I think also led me to do it, like really do it because I'd already started investing in myself more.
Yeah,
Um, Coming to London, like doing what I enjoy.
yeah.
I invested in the crypto portfolio because I was like serious about,
Mm-mm.
getting some proper investments. And so I was already in that mindset of, okay, time to invest in myself,
Mm.
um, and my growth. And so that led me to you.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love
Yeah.
that you were in the energy of, yeah, investing in yourself and
Yeah.
doing crypto and stuff. And so actually you just reminded me when we started, we always do this exercise, if you remember the Wheel of Life, and we get
Yeah.
clear on where the three areas in your life that you want to focus on. Do you remember your three?
Yeah. So I definitely had
Don't look
uh
at it though now because I want
no, 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 I'm not.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm curious what the three were.
Oh wow. I don't remember doing three. I remember two. But anyway, we'll
Yeah,
see.
what were the two?
So the two were personal growth and career, and I sort of saw them as being intertwined anyway. So they're sort of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd identified my personal growth very closely with my career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think I rated them like a six, like a five
Mm-hmm.
at the time. Um,
Well, before you remember what you rated yourself, I'd love to know, by the way, it was personal growth, career, and financial.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
I want
financial.
to know from this point where you are now, don't think about what you rated yourself. How do you feel in personal growth? What would you rate yourself and why?
Yeah. Um, Personal growth, I would rate it a 9.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, what does personal growth mean to you now? Why did you give yourself a 9?
So I gave myself a 9 because I feel like I believe right now that I've truly stepped into my next self. The
Mm-hmm.
next version of myself as the creator and the entrepreneur. Um, still very much at the start, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm at this point where there's no going back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to go back, and I've fully stepped into it with confidence, clarity, and self-belief and
Mm-hmm.
self-love. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I know what to do. I know what I need to do, and I have all the motivation and all the discipline and the whys in
Mm-hmm.
terms of the reasons why
Mm-hmm.
fueling me along. So
Okay. Can
yeah.
I also read what you said back then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so you gave yourself a 5 out of 10. So that means you've gone from 5 to 9, which is amazing. You said personal growth to you is finding out, well, let me ask, do you feel more clear on your purpose now?
Yes,
Okay, because
100%.
you were like, what is your purpose? And I said, what is success to you? And you said you want to build a business. You also said, well, do you feel more confident,
Oh yeah,
generally
uh,
speaking? Do you feel
100%.
do you feel more confident speaking to people, being heard, and yeah.
Yes, 100%. Um, I just have, everything that I'm telling my friends, and I've definitely told myself like not to like agree with people, like sorry, not to agree with people if they say something that counters what I say, and I'm okay with that. And if I've got rid of the ego inside me of wanting to um how to describe this wanting to be right, I think.
It's so funny.
I've
I'm
like let go of
smiling
that.
because you said you want to like not give too much and like the people pleasing,
Yeah.
and so yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, definitely. And it's yeah, I've just really got rid of that people pleasing thing, and there's a way to do it nicely as well. Like I've figured out a way like not to be because not to be hot-headed about it, and jump into defending myself, if you
yeah,
like it's okay to believe what I believe, and no one else has to agree with me, like
yeah.
and
And you also
it's
said, yeah, you want to feel more recognized at work. Obviously, the work doesn't matter anymore, but
yeah.
but still, I think, how do you feel about that actually?
Yeah, being recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like in the exit process and you kind of like speaking up for yourself.
yeah, definitely. um yeah, if I applied that, I mean, obviously I'm not in a job anymore, um but I would say I don't feel like I don't need to I don't feel like I need to have like recognition for
Mm,
stuff. It's obviously a nice to have.
mm,
But ultimately, like, you've helped me achieve this and grow towards this is being your authentic self. And
mm-hmm,
that's what gets the most reaction. Without feeling into I need this. It's like just be yourself, and obviously the reactions that you get are nice, and they're, a bit of a dopamine boost.
mm-hmm,
Um, but being yourself should come first.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think I've really stepped into that. This will be a test, obviously, as I'm building my own coaching business,
Yeah.
and the podcast. Like, obviously, I'm still being tested day by day, and it's a process, but I don't expect to have any sort of like to not have any pushback, against that, those new values and beliefs that I have. But
Mm. Well,
um,
change happens over time, right? And
yeah.
you've now built that awareness muscle
Mm,
of, okay, I'm not going to say yes to everything. I'm going to tune into what feels right.
mm,
And you're building also neurologically, like you're firing and wiring that new belief system into your brain, and it will go from a conscious activity to an unconscious activity. It will just become natural.
mm. Yeah. And I've already had a bit of practice saying no to things, which is good, which has
Good.
been good.
Have an
Like, because I've
an
been telling
example.
friends that I'm coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been like, "Oh, do you want to, like, sign up for the tennis comp?" Which I love tennis, so it's like hard decision.
What
And
made you
then,
say no?
oh, just because I know I've just got other priorities, really.
Yeah.
And you can do both. Like I
Yeah.
said, to give you an example of the details here, like I was in this comp with my mates before we came to London, and I just said to him, "Look, yeah, I'll pass on this season, see how we go next one,
Mm,
but I'll still come and watch, and I'll come and play for a casual hit every now and then, and
mm,
just lean into that because tennis doesn't go away, if you don't play a comp. Like, you don't have to play
mm,
comp.
mm.
Um, yeah, so I've already had some practice in that, and usually I would like leave the message there and like think about it and respond like a week later. But I was like, I just looked at it and I was like, no.
Good for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is practice.
So
And you mentioned priorities, and I think you knowing what your priorities are
yeah.
is like kind of quintessential, right? It's knowing, and that's why I love doing the Wheel of Life because, and I think let's do that at the end today, like for you, the next phase of your life.
Yeah.
Because when you know what your priorities are, it's so much easier for you to consciously and unconsciously say, no, this isn't aligned right now. It's not a priority. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not, it's about honoring yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. And it for me, and it's helped so much to see that visually in my mind as well.
Mhm.
So that's why I love the Wheel of Life. Like, I tell everyone about it because
I
it's just
know. And it's such a simple exercise,
it
but
is.
like,
Yeah.
that's why I love starting with it. Okay. So let's go to career. How would you rate yourself now?
I would rate myself a I'd rate myself an 8
Mm-hmm.
because and why I wouldn't rate it higher is because I still have I've got some work to do this these next 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I rate it higher than I did before because it's a because I'm so certain and I have so much clarity and I've got a plan.
Okay. So I'm going to challenge you a little bit.
Okay.
So you rated yourself a 7 out of 10. Um, and you said 10 out of 10 would be leaving corporate.
Oh, really?
So,
Interesting. 10 out of 10.
yeah, and you said you want to enjoy what you do and have purpose.
Yeah.
You want to interact and mentor people and you want to have impact.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're kind of already doing that.
Yeah, definitely already doing that. I would say
What's the gap?
the gap, the 10 out of 10 is like, now that I think about it, like the 10 out of 10 would be, um, having income from the new career. So
You did say what supports you financially. Yeah.
yeah.
But then
So
but then financial, by the way, is another category.
yeah, different category, but
Well, I mean, it's
related
also
in some
intertwined,
sense.
but like
Yeah.
what I'm saying is you chose it as your third thing.
The financial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and also financially, just on the topic of portfolio career, you like what's your main income now? Crypto?
Yeah. Crypto. Obviously savings, but
Yeah.
not much from that. Obviously, just a bit of interest, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you still have something and you're building the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So 10 out of 10 would be the financial part.
Of the career
Well,
or
what would you rate? How would you give yourself a 10 out of 10?
for financial?
No, for career.
Oh, for career. For career, I would say 10 out of 10 would be
Even though before you said it would be leaving corporate. So I kind of
y-
am like, you got a 10 out of 10.
yeah. No, definitely got 10 out of 10. I think like now that I've left corporate, there's like a different rating.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So
you've
like
upped the ante. I know. I
yeah, so
know.
like if you
This is
ask
a
me this,
reflection though, right?
yeah. If you oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So
Well, if we're
you're
looking at it like that, yeah, I'm thinking too far ahead.
you can challenge yourself and you can up the ante, obviously,
Yeah,
because it's like I'm just using it as a well,
as a
firstly, it is how you feel now.
yeah,
Financial is the next one, and yes, they're interrelated. But if the only reason you didn't give yourself a 10 out of 10 is financial, then all I'm saying is, and obviously this is like this is not a test, but it's more just
yeah,
like celebrate and pat yourself on the back and actually go and celebrate, I think,
yeah,
that you did get to your goal.
yeah. No, definitely. I
You
think
know?
it's like I've just been adding on more goals.
Yeah. And that's, look,
So
I always say at the beginning, your goalposts, this is the beauty of like why I love this work, is because your goalposts at the beginning
yeah,
will inevitably change and evolve as you change and evolve and as you see what is possible and
yeah,
start believing and living that. So
yeah,
you obviously, case in point, reached the 10 out of 10. And
yes.
now you're like, but now I want, I've upped the ante.
But I've already
Um,
changed the goalposts. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So,
for the purpose of like the effectiveness of your program, I would say like 10 out of 10
okay. I mean, this is
for
not
that
about
goal.
me. It's more just, it's also like, it's just going back to what you said back then
Yeah. Of
and
course.
honoring and celebrating that win. And I want to ask
100%.
you in a second, once
Yeah.
we do financial, like how you're going to celebrate because this is amazing. Okay, financial. How do you feel you are in that out of 10?
Yeah. I would say I'm at, yeah, this is a tricky one. Um,
Don't look at what you rated.
no, I'm not. I was,
What are
I
you
was
looking
looking,
at?
I'll share my screen. I don't know. I was like a little nervous,
A nervous what?
a nervous hand gesture. Um, no, I'll close that screen. I was looking at crypto. I would say financial right now, it's tricky because I'm definitely in a different financial situation. Um, right now, I would say,
Just like gut, and then I'm going to tell you what you said.
yeah, I would say right now I'm probably around the same, uh, in terms of, let me think about this. I would say I'm at a, hmm, I would say I'm at an 8.
Okay, that's good. Do you know what you rated yourself before?
I think I rated myself around the same, but maybe a little bit lower, like 6.
You rated yourself a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said two things. You wanted enough deposit for a property.
Yeah.
I think you wanted 58,000 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you wanted to work on your crypto portfolio. So how are you feeling about that?
Crypto portfolio, I'm loving that. Like
Okay.
that's made me uh, it's made me a lot of money.
Okay.
I was able
Good.
to, use that to invest in my coaching program,
Amazing.
which is awesome. Like I made a lot of that, like
Okay.
more than I could ever imagine.
Maybe I need to get tips from you. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you said you wanted to get to a place where we've got 3,000 a month in passive income.
Yeah. So I definitely didn't get there. I was definitely getting close to it.
Hmm.
Um, actually, let me just see how much I did get to because I'm curious. Let's get up my crypto.
I'm loving this, by the way.
Yeah, it's awesome. Uh, okay. Monthly, monthly, monthly. Gain, loss. What did I say my goal was? 3,000 a month?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's about 1,500 pounds. Okay, so I was a fair bit off. But in terms of like the gain that I made, if you average that out, oh, I can't do maths right now. 4, 8, 9, 6 months. Yeah, if you average that out 6 months, 3,000, it's probably half.
Mm-hmm.
I was like half the way there basically. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Just also,
also, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say also given that like I quit my job 3 months the way through
Mm-hmm.
and couldn't get like wasn't getting any more income to invest in it. I was sort of just investing what I had. Um, so I think 50% of the way there is like, yeah, that's an awesome achievement
Mm-hmm.
of something of a strategy that I love doing and
Of
that I've
course.
tested and it's worked and yeah. So
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Like you said, you left your job and
yeah.
you had the confidence to do that. You started the podcast. You felt into like what feels aligned and you already built a plan and a strategy around that. You've already had how many episodes? 10?
10 episodes. Yeah. Oh,
Which
I
is
just
insane.
recorded the 11th first season 2 one yesterday.
I mean,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
You're moving country, you're moving back to Australia. You already invested in coaching like programs so that you can become a coach. And like, yeah, and I think, you've already started to get an idea of where your income streams are going to come from, which we can talk about as in the future stuff.
For sure.
So I want to ask you, how do you want to celebrate this? Because I love the art of celebrating. And,
Yeah.
I feel like this is, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you proud of,
definitely.
well, what are you most proud of here? What are you most proud of over the last 6 months?
I'm most proud of, I think I'm most proud of the podcast. Um,
Hey.
because I've, as I've told you, again and again, like I've found this creative side of me, the outlet that I'm able to share with the world
Mm-hmm.
and be unapologetically, proud of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And and just feeling into what I love doing. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm really proud of that because my goal was to release the first season and it's done. And I did it.
Oh,
So
amazing. Amazing.
yeah, yeah,
And like
really
you do
amazing.
it with such high quality and like
Oh,
love
thank
and
you.
passion. And I love it. And like you're so passionate about it. It's funny, I always say to people to find a creative, like find something that gives you creative energy
Yeah,
and, tap into that and double down on that. And, doesn't always have to be your business, but like that's a big clue. Like the thing that gets you into flow and also from a Dr. Joe perspective, like you are in creation, you're creating your life when you are in flow, when you're in the present moment, when you are like when you're in that creative energy.
yeah,
And so I love that that's the thing for you.
definitely. Yeah. And I can feel in each and every episode that I record, whether it's with by myself or with someone else, like I can feel things that I really am passionate about talking
Mm,
and explaining and discussing. So I'm also loving the fact that I'm also I'm on a journey to discover what it is that the podcast is going to evolve into. And I can
mm,
just feel the things that oh yeah, we're going to take it down this path.
mm.
So that's been awesome too. Like just feeling into the creative moment, but also being present about it and yeah, discovering what really gets me out of bed in the morning, I guess. So
I love it.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you feel like we're gonna go back to celebrating in a second.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you accomplished in this, and going back to like kind of traverses to what you're proud of, like if you reflect on the last 6 months, yeah, what do you feel like what else did you accomplish? These can be things, it could be behaviors, it could be, you know, could be tangible and intangible.
Mm, definitely. Um, so just looking back on what when I first came to you, I know I was feeling imposter syndrome. Um, what else? Oh yeah, building confidence and yeah, tools to support life aspirations. So
Mm.
I think I've definitely gotten rid of that completely. Like the imposter syndrome. It's just yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, gone. I think I've just decided that it's just a label and it's I can create whatever I want from right now. So I don't even need to talk about it
I
anymore.
love that. Also because it's so funny when I was at the Dr. Joe training, he was like, I don't believe in this word,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, tell me more. And, because I hear imposter syndrome a lot.
Yeah.
And, he said, imposter syndrome is basically just a belief um, that you doubt yourself.
Yeah. It's just self-doubt.
But that's a limiting belief. So what if you just
Mm,
believed in yourself?
yeah. And you're thinking about what will happen if you do this? Like, what are people going to think of you when you do
Yeah,
this? Like, it's all about thinking into um, silly like worries and anxieties that may or may not happen
yeah,
after you do something, after you perform, or after you
yeah,
share something. So it's all imaginative and figment, yeah,
yeah,
of your self-doubt. Yeah,
yeah. Love it.
yeah. So completely got rid of that. Um, yeah, like I'm not, as I said, like I'm really proud that I'm not afraid to share um things with like my ideas and my creations with the world.
Mm,
Um, I remember, I remember when I've recorded and released my first episode, and uh, I hadn't told anyone.
mm.
Like, I hadn't told my family, I hadn't told my friends. Like, so I just like left it out there in the ether. And then, and then Julie was like, um, like we're just sitting down like at lunch, and she's like, "Why haven't you released like told anyone about this?" Yeah, I was like,
Why didn't
I
you?
don't know. But I think it was because I realized it was
It
because
was a
I was
fear.
scared of yeah
Yeah.
what people would think and being cut down, which is silly. Um,
Now?
and now yeah, I literally will share it with everyone. I don't care what they think, and I truly believe that it will help people.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I truly believe in that, and so that doesn't deter me at all. Yeah,
Love it. So
yeah.
cool. Okay. So what challenges? Well, no, before. How are you going to celebrate? This is pretty remarkable. Like you've really like you set your intention, you were clear, you executed, you went with it, you hit some bumps in the road, which we'll go through in a second.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, how do you want to celebrate?
Yeah. Well, I've been saying this for a few weeks, but I'm gonna do a launch party
Yeah,
for the podcast.
yeah, love it.
Yeah. So I'll do that. I'll sort of like yeah, it'll be a chance to yeah, just celebrate. I'm gonna organize some merch as well. Someone was yeah, the guy at the podcast studio that we recorded at, he was telling me
Yeah,
about this site that you can use to just get some merch really quickly. So I'll do that. I'll have a look at places like studio like
you
event
can also look at
holding
Etsy, by
place.
the way.
Hey?
You can also look at Etsy if you want to get merch like made, depending on what.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I've heard of Etsy.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, look at places I could potentially hold it at, or just hold it at my parents' place because they have a really nice outdoor entertainment area. Only thing about that is I want to like encourage like random people that I don't know to come as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, so I'd love to
love
celebrate the
it.
podcast with that.
You have to let me know when it is, because maybe I'll be there.
Yeah, I will
Might not be the
definitely.
best side of the year, but yeah.
100%. I'm sure there are a lot of people that want to meet you as well. So
Uh,
yeah, that would be awesome to have you there. But I'll definitely let you know the date.
yeah,
Maybe we can the stars will align. Um, that's the main thing I want to do to celebrate, I think.
love that.
I would love to do, yeah, just like a little celebration with the family as well. That would be cool. We can do like a dinner or yeah, that would be cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, slightly different tune. What challenges did you face over the last 6 months? Yeah, any
Yeah.
kind of bumps in the road that you like remember that, you also have learned from?
Mm, definitely. Challenges. Mm, I think planning, I think, and like being able to be consistent with things, with my tasks that I have trying to get towards my goals. So I've definitely become a lot better at that now.
Mhm,
Just actually planning stuff out like physically on
mhm,
paper and sitting down and doing that. Um, yeah, so making a plan, like especially the social media side of things as well, that was a big challenge.
mhm,
Like as I was talking to you in the last session, that we did, being more open to and finding my strategy and uh, perspective of how I use social media.
mhm,
Because I felt like, yeah, I was still feeling into like a love-hate relationship, but feeling much better now. I made a social media plan for the podcast, so
love it.
that's really cool. Just on Canva, and yeah, so I think the planning side of things and social media was the main challenge. Yeah,
Would you say
but
like you didn't have like a planning kind of mindset, and or was there resistance? Like what was
both.
okay.
Yeah, there's like a little bit, and that fed the resistance fed into like not having a plan.
Right, okay.
Sort of like, oh, just feeling like, okay, I'll make the video now, do it, like just spend like hours in one go, like doing it and then done, like put it away.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of setting out the time when I'm gonna make the content,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm gonna make, rather than just sort of like doing it like haphazardly and trying to get it all done in one go so that I didn't have to be on it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense? But
Yeah. What
um
changed? Like what changed in that approach? And yeah.
yeah, I think what really changed is really drilling down into believing that social media is the strategy that I want to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I truly believe that for what uh, how I want to market my products and my businesses, needs to be on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And so truly playing into that and believing that there is a way to do it, which we came to the realization in our last session, that I don't have to share everything,
Mm-hmm.
um, and that everyone's using it and they're doing their best to share with the world what they want to share, and
Mm-hmm.
that you don't have to share everything because privacy, we still respect privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And so coming to that realization that it can be done in many different ways. You don't have to share everything. So yeah, that I think that was really a turning point when you said like, when you sort of reflected it back on me and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
well, do you want to share every single part of your life, on social media? And I really thought about that and it really resonated that you don't have to, and that we shouldn't, I think. And that's a value that
Mm-hmm.
that I respect, but I can't. get rid of it. Like can't say no to it completely. Yeah.
Mm. It's really like, thanks for sharing that. It's really
Yeah.
resonated with me as well. Like, it's come up in a few conversations where people have said they've got resistance to social media or like, and I think it really is comes back to like, you do you,
Yeah.
what feels authentic, and maybe that will change and evolve in the future. But right now, if that doesn't feel aligned, like, you don't have to,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Totally.
who I was 3 years ago, like I said, I never posted anything, and I slowly got more and more into sharing things, and like, I don't share a lot about my personal kind of like relationship, love life on social media.
Mm.
But every now and then I do, and then sometimes I think about, oh, maybe there's something that I do want to share, and so
Mm.
it's like you get to share what feels
Right in the moment. Yeah.
right in the moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really feel
100%.
like speak from the heart. I think whatever
Yeah.
is in the heart, that feels true to you, then it will, if it feels true to someone else, then that's alignment, right?
Yeah.
I think that's
Definitely.
the best way. And I think, especially in the age of AI, where it's so easy to copy paste, and people will connect with the messages that feel authentic.
Definitely. And I was even looking back on, the posts that I've shared so far on the podcast page. And, I saw that the ones with the most reaction were the ones when I was like speaking to the camera, like with
Mm,
my face in like
mm,
talking to the camera, you know?
mm.
And everyone's like, "Oh my God, yeah." And yeah, that's what I need to do more of. And I will. Yeah.
Yeah, love
Like
it.
you do. So yeah.
Yeah, I mix it up too, right? Like, I'm always experimenting and seeing what works and resonates with people, and
Yeah.
and sometimes, like, I mean, I have a friend of mine, I think I mentioned to you, she has a very like prominent podcast, but also page, and she's very strategic about creating content that people want.
Yep.
Um, and that's her intention, is to motivate people and to create community around the fact that you can do and have anything in your life, and to uh, think like a boss.
Yeah.
And so that is her intention, and that's how she operates her page, right? And so, but for you, like, it might be that, or it might be you just want to share your journey and people will resonate with that. Like, I think it's so easy to look at other people's social media pages and be like, oh, I want to do like fun, wacky, like dance, like, oh, that person does fun, wacky dances, and like they get
Yeah.
people following them. But like, if that's not you, like, don't do that, you know?
Yeah.
Just,
Definitely. Yeah. You really have to keep that comparing to others under control.
yeah.
Because yeah, there's just so much content out there now.
Yeah. So I would
Yeah.
say, like, my parting words, if you could say, is like, not parting words, but just keep following your heart and your intuition.
Yeah. No,
Always comes
thank you.
best. Um, what would you say, just to wrap up the reflection, what would you say in terms of us working together in the program was like the most, what really helped you? What supported you through this transformation and process?
Hmm. Good question. Where to start? Um, okay, so there's two things for me. The first is the reflection writing in the journal.
Mm,
I love the journal. I'm like I haven't completely finished it yet, like all of it, but about 75% of the way through. But just those early like reflection exercises
mm,
and um yeah, just getting things on paper. So those questions that you're always asking, so like really deep questions, and especially the Wheel of Life, the letter to myself in the future. Love that
you
one.
do it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it while I was in Greece. I think I posted it in the Slack channel, but
Oh, okay.
you
Yeah, yeah,
remember that one? Yeah, I wrote as my future self
yeah.
to my
Can you remind
present
me what you
self.
wrote, like,
Um,
roughly?
yeah, it's about a page. I just wrote like where I wanted to be, and I
Yeah.
pretended that I was already there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, which is the
I,
purpose of the exercise. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
But
are
I
you
think
there?
sorry?
Are you there?
No, this is like I wrote this one like long term. So
Okay.
like
Okay.
I'm like financially free.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which
At
you'll
like
get
the
there.
age of like 35.
Yeah.
So
Fair. You'll get
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, definitely. That's been my goal to be like financially free by 35. So I I wrote from myself then to my current self. And
Okay.
yeah, that was just it's just like a really creative way of manipulating time and space into the quantum field of like all possibilities. And
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
like, oh my God, like I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, like anyone can do this.
Yeah.
It's just it's your imagination
Yeah.
and your feelings. And yeah, those exercises are just so cool. And then that sort of encouraged me to write more every day.
Okay.
So like I've just been journaling at the start of every day. I have the journal that you gave us in the breathwork
Yeah.
exercise. We
Yeah.
both got
Yeah.
it on the table.
Oh, love it.
And yeah, and then after breakfast, I just write my what I'm grateful for, my goals, and my personal mission statement, which I've created and been writing that every day. And
So cool.
yeah, I don't know if that's one of your exercises, like write down your mission statement. Do you,
No, I mean, I do that from a business perspective. I mean,
yeah,
I obviously, there's values in the
yeah,
journal and
yeah, same
vision.
thing.
Your vision is like your intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the mission statement is more around like my values, basically.
Mhm.
And I think I got that from my ex-colleague who I interviewed, Will. He was talking about a personal mission statement that he recited to himself like every day.
Mhm.
And so I've been doing that, just writing it down, saying it to myself. And um it, it's incredible how it just comes to your front of mind, like in everyday life. Like
Mhm.
you're like writing it down every day just comes straight to your head. So like,
Mhm.
for example, one of mine is part of my mission statement is continually challenge myself to learn, act, and grow.
Mhm.
And when was it? Oh yeah. So first coaching lab for Mind Valley. Like it's our chance to like there's an observer, there's a coach, and there's a coachee.
Mhm.
And I just before like when they were doing the intro, like just before we went into the breakout rooms, into the lab, I was like, oh, should I just go into it and be the coach for the first time, or should I be the client? Like just see how it goes, see how it works. Because I was like 3 weeks late. They let us enroll later. And so I wasn't really sure, oh, should I just like see what it's like, what their format is? And I was like, no, I I I am the person who challenges myself every day. And I was like, I'm going straight into the coach seat.
Love it.
And that was like a direct reflection of me, you know, knowing and vibrating on my values every single day to affect it in everyday life. And I was
Mhm.
like, wow, yeah,
Amazing. So you
yeah,
got clear on your values and your mission.
yeah,
What else has been, and reflecting so that what part of reflecting has been helpful for you? Is it knowing, yeah, what part?
yeah. Um, it's for me, if I think about back to when I was in my job, like it gave me a chance to like slow down
Mm,
and remove myself from the thought space of being in a full-time career.
mm-hmm,
So I was able to essentially like jump out of there,
mm,
out of that like stream of reality, and just like actually think about what I want. Um, and because, like some of these questions like I'd never asked myself before. And if I didn't, they would just remain as thoughts in the ether, like never really coming into being. And so, like, one of them that I remember answering in the early days of our program was, what's the wisest thing you've done, or like, what's the biggest risk you've taken? And
mm-hmm,
these are questions that, we should be asking ourselves all the time.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And yeah, just it really stopped me in my tracks, I
mm-hmm,
think. Yeah, put the brakes on and just be like, what's my priority? Like, what am I proud of? And like, what have I accomplished as well? Like, I'd accomplished so much, but you just forget in the stream of life
mm-hmm,
and you get caught up in responsibilities and meaning, like not mundane, but menial thoughts and activities that aren't aligned with you, like you never come to that self-inquiry that you
Yeah.
need to move forward and become your next self. So yeah,
It's so funny because you're so right about reflection. And when I created the journal, like the journal was the first thing that I created like 3 years ago.
yeah,
Um, and I remember like putting reflection in and thinking it was like, it almost seemed like a little too basic. And I wondered if it would be too basic, but I was like, it's so important to sit down and reflect and think
yeah,
about what has and hasn't worked for you. Like, what are you proud of? What are you celebrating? What are you intending? Like, and it's so often that I speak to people that say, I never sit down and reflect. And it's like, it's simple, but it's profound, right?
yeah,
And I love doing it end of the year, beginning of the year, any major changes, like, you moving to Australia, us doing this, it's like to reflect back on where you were at the beginning of the year to now, it's like, wow, then you remember. And also because as humans, we are programmed to think about the negative and what's not
yeah,
working.
yeah.
Actually, when I was doing my training, like there's a psychological model that said 70% of our daily thoughts are negative thoughts. So no wonder like we end up in these like repetitive, loops and negative patterns because we don't take time to reflect of what is working.
Absolutely.
And once
Yeah.
you start to focus on what is working, you manifest more of that.
Yeah. And also I think we also, correct me if I'm wrong, but we operate in the short term time as well. So that's why we can't forget. That's why we can't remember things that happened like in the past and we don't plan ahead. We're just always in this survival mode of like, when's my next meal? Like when's my next paycheck? So,
Exactly.
so you never you never reflect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people don't write anymore, I think. Like a lot of like all the famous people do. Like all the successful people, like they all write down and reflect and
Mhm.
do all these exercises all the time.
I should send it to you. I don't know if I've already sent it to you, but there's a guy I went to school with, and he's now actually like a multi-billionaire in Australia. His
Wow.
is Patrick Grove, and he's friends with Vishen Lakhani
Oh,
from
is he?
Mind Valley, and he did a thing on with Mind Valley on how journaling made him millions or billions. I can't remember. It's a YouTube video. I'll send it to you. And it's
Wow.
just a simple act of like write down what you're like manifesting, what you're intending, what you're creating, and then write down how are you going to make it happen. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm in two minds about the how, because the how, yes, I think from his perspective, it's like write down what you want and then like you think of the strategy, which yes, I think that helps. But also from a manifestation quantum leap perspective, the how, you just got to surrender to how it's going to happen, you know?
Yeah,
There's a little bit
absolutely.
of like a mixture in with that, but yeah, I'll send
Patrick
it.
Grove.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he started. Oh, he's just like involved in so many things, and he like I forget now exactly what, but he's yeah, super successful.
Wow, cool. Might
Super.
be I'll try and interview him one day. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe I can introduce you. I pitched my journal to him and he was like, "Oh yeah, send me some." And then we kind of like lost flow. Maybe I should message him again.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anything else that like was helpful in the 6 months? That's like,
Oh yeah. So there was the reflection and then there was the group stuff, the group calls. I
mhm,
really, really love the group calls. For a couple of reasons. One of them is a bit of accountability, I think. Accountability is always great. I think it works for most people. Um, but also to um, yeah, I guess move along with people who are in the same boat.
mhm,
That's really, really powerful, I think. Um, you get to meet people who are going through the same sort of thoughts as you, same emotions.
mhm,
Um, and yeah, you get to, make those connections and celebrate successes, with people who are in the same boat, same program. And yeah, it's just, we're all social beings. So I think, even though the one-on-one calls are really, really super important and effective, I think that I love the way you did you incorporated the group element.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and then obviously people will come along to your other stuff. So it was awesome meeting what's his name? Starts with K. He was at the
Camille?
breathwork. Camille, yeah. At
Mm-hmm.
the breathwork, and yeah, just like a community,
Mm.
that you can meet
Yeah,
every week. I love that aspect.
thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Um, what else? Yeah. The also love like your meditation and breathwork aspects as well. They're really, really powerful. Um, Super powerful for the inner work, I think, to like put what you are reflecting on and your visualizations and your intentions and put that into a practical context,
Mm-hmm.
um, that you can do yourself and that you can practice and see the benefits of. Uh,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, it really is so powerful to do that. And I love that you came to an in-person breathwork as well, and we got to meet in person.
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing I would say for you. I don't know if anyone else agrees with this, but and obviously you do like remote, like online stuff. But yeah, some in-person sessions, like really, really powerful. Because like when we met
What,
in
the
certain
breathwork one?